Hello, how are y'all doing? So, I wanted to come in here and see how everybody is doing in the community. And I'm sure you guys have noticed the new channel that has come out. It's on the screen, Chris Watts Revelation in Reckoning. And I just wanted to make this very quick video. It won't take too much of your time. I was under the impression that Chris was going to finally admit that his lover was involved with everything. But it doesn't seem to be that way. This appeal that I believe he's supposed to file soon, very soon, is to proclaim his innocence. But nothing about Nicole. I believe he just wants to get out. Now, I'd like to keep an open mind on everything, but I did notice me kind of steering away from what I believed, and I believe Chris is where he belongs. His family is not here because of him. All these people are gone, and I don't think he should see the light of day. I think the victim's family, I'm not going to try, I'm going to try not to name them because they kind of don't want to be involved. They're trying to heal, which I can totally understand. But you took the family away. They are gone, and I don't know who he thinks he is. He should have been honest from the beginning, and there wouldn't be so many problems. He kept changing his stories over and over and over. This is a grown man. You do the crime, you got to do the time. But sadly, very sadly, this case was mishandled from the beginning, and things weren't done properly. They pretty much stopped investigating once he admitted guilt and signed the plea deal. So unless there's something hiding, they have something that nobody has seen, it's tucked away somewhere, and they are investigating Nicole Kessinger, then he may very well likely be a free man soon. And that is to no fault to us. That is the only people that would be at fault for this would be the investigation. I don't know why they would overlook certain things. I've never seen anything like it. It's almost like they purposely didn't include some things. And it's sad because the only ones that will suffer and continue to suffer are the victim's family. It's a shame. And I honestly believe he will be a free man because everything was handled so poorly. I believe he still speaks with NK through either people or somebody writing him and pretending to be somebody else, easily. Nobody ever told them that they couldn't talk to each other. I mean, if she was innocent, then why would they be afraid to write to each other, And I know if I were innocent, I would have said it a long time ago. Like, I'm innocent. Like, she's been hiding this whole time and living her life. And, I'm pretty sure by this time she probably thought that this would all be water under the bridge. And, in her delusional mind and Chris's delusional mind, they probably thought that nobody would be talking about it. It was just horrific tragedy that cannot believe happened, and it did, and nobody will ever stop. And then this Netflix documentary, like, forget it. Like, that's going to be on there forever. I'm sure they've gotten so many streams. I really hope the victim's family uh, is getting at least some monetary gain from that, but who knows? It's just, I just, I can't believe it. Like, I really can't. Like, who in whose right mind would think to solve a problem with somebody is to kill them off? Like, why didn't he just leave? Why didn't he just pack a bag and get the hell out of there? If you were so unhappy, why didn't you just leave? You know, common sense, which is something that I don't think he had. He had, in his mind, he thought he had to go through great lengths to get rid of her. Why? He still loved his children. So why would he have to go through great lengths? Because of this woman right here, NK. She was not going to be able to co-parent. She was not going to be able to handle Chris Watts going to pick up the girls every other weekend. You know, Shanann came with a fan base. She had so many friends, you know, and her life was an open book. And I seriously doubt NK did not ever look at Shanann's profile and not know she was pregnant, because nobody knows what was on her home computer. Nobody knows what was on her tablets, iPads, her other phones, burner phones. Nobody knows, because that wasn't searched. The only thing that was searched were her phones, which she had to Google how to get rid of, you know. She had to Google how to get rid of stuff. How do you do it? She probably found a quick little, this is how you do it, instructions online, and did it that way. And that's why all of a sudden, you know, she has no problem contacting Chris Watts the whole time Shanann's out of town. And all of a sudden, you know, she's coming into, you know, volunteering to be questioned, and she's got a problem with her phone. Like, really? I never heard that before. You know, like, all of a sudden today, like, really? You know, and it's a shame that none of that was looked through. And I will admit that I do watch other versions of the other side, other people's versions who think that Chris Watts is innocent. And yeah, I was kind of changing my mind there, but then you have to remember that Shanann had lupus and she had fibromyalgia, and she may have looked normal on the outside, but on the inside, pain, discomfort all the time, like your skin, your body just hurts. Lupus makes you so exhausted and to where you can't even do anything. Sunlight, like, you couldn't do that. Like, you had to force yourself. And she was a very active person for being ill, you know. And I'm not gonna, unless somebody shows me somewhere where it's proven that she doesn't have it, I'm gonna believe Shanann, because that's what Shanann was carrying on for years. You know, she's said it publicly many times that she was ill. She was an ill woman, and she was trying to keep up with her girls, and maybe she wasn't the best parent. Maybe she didn't make the best decisions, but they don't show us how to take care of children. They don't give us instructions. Her mom was so far away. You know, she had to do it on her own. Chris didn't know anything, you know. She had to figure it out on her own. And yes, she was in her late 20s when she started having children, but it doesn't matter what age. You don't know how to raise a child. Nobody knows how to raise a child. I didn't know how to raise a child. I just kind of go with it, you know, and maybe from the outside looking in, women seeing that, you know, it's not, it's probably, you know, we would have made different decisions. But you can't blame her for that, you know. We're all human. We make mistakes. But if Chris wasn't happy, pack a bag and go. Disappear. Leave town. Just go. You had 6 weeks to go and leave, and you didn't. You decided to stay for whatever reason, and you decided to take this drastic measure to get rid of her so you don't have to ever see her again or admit it to her. And that's your fault. That was your decision, whether or not you have common sense or not. You did it. You did the crime, and you got to do the time. And you should never, ever get out. But unfortunately, I think he is going to get out. And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame for these victims here. Anyways, the whole point of this video is just to let you guys know, don't let other people make decisions for you. Make decisions on your own. And if you feel that he's a victim to a mental whatever, that's fine. We can agree to disagree and still be kind to each other and respect each other, because no matter which way you cut it, this whole case is effed up, and it was managed effed up, and nothing was done properly, and that's not our fault. Thank you.